Yeah. All right. Good evening, everyone. We're back once again, and this is your comrade in risk and safety, Leo. And I'm not the speaker tonight, but what I'm going to do is to introduce to you the incoming committee members from the chair to the rest of the committee, and then we'll pass it on to Mr. Ruke, our new chairman. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this monthly branch meeting and, of course, our CPD presentation. And I'm happy to introduce to you tonight our new set of officers for 2025 and onwards, of course. Um, First of all, let me say thank you for all your support, for all your trust. And it's time for me to concentrate on being the branch ambassador. And of course, I will still be behind your committee members to assist, to advise, and to help the branch. So, from now on, our new chairman will be our very good friend, Ruke. A lot of you have known Ruke already. He's a fellow member also of WRSM, and he's been with us for a long time. I believe even way beyond before pandemic. So Ruke is our new branch chair, and our vice chair is Taher Al Faruqi. I don't know if Taher is around. And then our secretary is Mr. Oliver. Oliver was once our CPD coordinator, but this time he will be stepping forward as secretary. And then our CPD members, our CPD coordinators, Imam, and what's the name of a very good friend? There are two of them. And from now on, Harun, Harun is our another CPD coordinator. So they've been informed of the roles, and they have accepted the responsibility as volunteer committee members, as officers, stepping forward to run the organization, to run the branch. And coincidentally, this year is our 50th anniversary for WRSM. And so I believe there's a lot of plans that Ruke has set for us, and we will be talking about it. But from next week until the first week of May, I will be away, but I will be in communication with them if they will be needing my help. And we have already arranged a schedule until, I believe, until June, and they will also plan for July up to December. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would just like to say thank you for all your support, for the trust that you have put upon me to run the branch from, I believe, when was that, 2021 until 2022, I believe. Thank you so much, and I will be behind you. Any assistance that you may need from me as your branch ambassador, as your former chair, and of course, as your elderly brother in RSM. I will always be here with you. Thank you so much, and congratulations to the new set of officers. All the best to you guys. And now, tonight, we will have our chair as his first commitment to give us a talk about writing standard operating procedures. And also to Julie and the rest of the people at the head office, thank you so much for all your support to me during my term as the chair. And I know that you will still be there for me, supporting me as branch ambassador. So once again, thank you, and back to you, Ruke, for your talk tonight, and all the best.
That was very good. Thank you very much, Rio, for the kind introduction for me and my team. Uh, Really, I thank Jugi also and all the members, my team members especially, because we need a lot of work to be done. And being the Golden Jubilee, we need to do our best and give our best. So I know it's a good team and it will work out well. And also, I thank Jugi for her support And of course, all the ISM members, they are the backbone and they are the nervous system of our system that works better. So thank you very much. With this, I would like to start the today's webinar. It's the topic is how do you write an SOP? Generally, I know it's my own experience. Those who have been working in this field, they see a lot of procedures. They see means we have seen procedures, but there was always certain challenges, doing audit times, and even to make give performances or to find gaps. So, what is more important about SOP is not whether there is an SOP, but whether that SOP is effective. So this was a really challenging thing, and it has got lots to do. Actually, there are consultants who are providing these services, but I will try to put all the points together to make it known to you all that these are the requirements to ensure that the SOP is effective. It is written, it's actually very simple. The SOP, if I have to say in only two words, you have to use the word say and do. So actually, what is SOP is say what you do. And in auditing or site inspection, the other part is do what you say. Now, these both should match, the say what you do and the do what you say. And when they both match, there are like no gaps or no findings or no NCs rather. And it is also said that everybody knows everything, what they are doing, and it is effective. And you can together, there is always competency issues. There not all people are having the same qualities, and you give the best things to the best person to do the best job, and you get the best results. And as a teamwork, we use the best of all the people's talents to get the best out of it. So, having said this, I will just start to say, my training. This is my brief profile. Without going into depth, I would start with using, one famous Greek philosopher, Aristotle. He meant, he's the generic word on SOP is like creating effective systems. So SOP is just one of the pointers or requirements of a system. So, and it is the main one actually. So if you have if you want a good systems, you must have good procedure. And so, and that should be connected with the word effective. So if you have an effective procedure, you will have effective systems that will like together work it out to make you to get your intended results. For all the processes, generally it follows the plan do check act. So there is a planning required, there is an execution or implementation required, then there is a check and act, which will give you more precision, which will give you more intended targets and commitment to get the excellence in your whatever you want intend to do. So excellence is never an accident. This is a very true. It is the result of high intention. So you need to have the intentions first. Sincere efforts means everybody, everybody doesn't have all the best talents with them. But together, when you put all the best talents of every individual together with sincere efforts, intelligent direction from a person leading the team, skillful planning and executing, and the vision to see any obstacles and opportunities. This is very important. SOP is not just about writing, but it's also about seeing obstacles as opportunities so that we improve them and get the intended results. So our purpose of writing an SOP is to get some intended results. So the Greek philosopher, like everybody knows about him. So he wrote this sentence about excellence is never an accident. Let's start with the agenda. I will be talking on the importance. To start with, the right thing to know about is why you need to write, or what is the importance of SOP. Then the motivating factor to write an SOP are the benefits of writing an SOP. Once you know the benefits, you will want to do or write an effective SOP. There will be challenges. because nobody wants, they don't want to change immediately, or they have certain reasons for that. So if we know that very well, we can overcome, and we can get the best results. So that we get the purpose of it. Then once we know have a purpose for writing an SOP, we need to start with a structure. Structure is like, make the all the bones, the skeletons, put them together. But that itself will not solve. Then you need to work it out with all the table of contents, or the blood, fresh, and all the nervous system and everything together. So the table of contents will contain the purpose, scope, reference, abbreviations, definitions, roles and responsibility, procedure, and appendix. They are in the net. There are many, many, many different ways of doing an SOP. But the best and the generic pattern is this one, which I, did a lot of research to get to what I want to share with you. So these are the main common points that we need to do. Everything goes and revolves around these points of table of content. So first, to begin with, the importance of writing an SOP. Why do you need that? Just imagine for a moment, what will be the consequences if you not having an SOP? And you mostly it will be that you are giving everything for chance, and that is a big risk. If you are giving it to chance, you it's about all expectations. The boss expects something, the worker expects something, the colleagues expect something. So we are giving to chance is not a very right thing to do. So that's why it will be showing how important this is, the first point of why it is important. Then without an SOP, there is no guarantee that the best things will be there, the best practices, the way to do the things. We may do it, but you may not get the best results. Then if you get some results, is it going to be consistent? That is one of the reasons why you need to be having an SOP where you can ensure yourself that there is consistency in what you get, the quality or the customer satisfaction requirements and all. Then there, all the team members will work in a synchronized manner. Why? Because I told you at the beginning, we as individuals, we are born with some gaps or weaknesses, but there is always somebody more better person in particular skills. So yes, we must complement each other's skills. So that's how our teamwork works. Like, all can't be, the you can say the Ronaldo or something like that. Ronaldo by himself and all may not be able to do what the team he requires to help him and support him to get what he needs to do. So it needs a team spirit. Like those who are in football, they will be knowing. Without a team effort, each one cannot have every quality within them. So you need team members to work in a synchronized manner. Then the organization will continue to operate optimally. Means every organization has a purpose of getting working to the optimization levels and all, like, so that they get the best from everything. So it will be, if we have that to operate optimize, working to get optimization, then we will also reduce our misunderstandings. Once we know what is the expectation and what is written, there'll be reduction in misunderstandings. What is most important, another thing is the preservation of organizational knowledge. When you have a system in place, I've seen, there will be gaps. Even if you go to NASA, there are some incidents or something happening, even if you have the best systems. But when you have those systems, and even if you have some failures or if you have something, it is a learning. And this learning should go improve your system. You must try to find opportunities and find out how it will avoid reoccurrence. So it is all about not individual knowledge, but organizational knowledge, where it's written down somewhere. The procedures are, or the risk assessments, are revised, reviewed, as and when there is a change required, it will be changed. So that part is also very important to have an effective SOP. Gone are the days when you just write once and you forget about an SOP. It should be reviewed actually annually, or maybe whenever there is a situation required. So you need to improve and keep up the organization knowledge. Uh, we need to understand the what is going to be used, and then the when it will be followed, whom it applies to, how the knowledge is going to be going into the processes, and why the SOP is needed. So if we know these W's and the W's and the H, you will be knowing that you have written it properly. So we need to think about these words. Having said this, the next topic comes to my mind is the benefits of an SOP. If you see, if you have a very good SOP, you can, apply to businesses where you can apply to get tenders, or, many times you see a good organization will demand procedures and reject your procedures also. Reject the procedures not just because you submitted a procedure, but to tell you that the procedure is not effective. If the other person is really, professional, or they want a good business, yes, initially you might go through everything, but at some top level, big companies, big organizations, they will request or want proper procedures and all. So you might be able to get through the tenders and all. Then one of the very important factors in today's world is knowledge retention also. What we mean by knowledge retention is that, uh, if a person leaves and goes, uh, the system will not collapse, because it's not like Superman or one man show or something, Tarzan boy or something. It is just a teamwork. So if everybody contributes into it within their own strength, and when everybody contributes, even if one person is on leave or sick, the all the others know, and it's all documented, it's all there. The how, what, which forms, which the SOP is not only about SOP, it's all about link to all forms and checklist, and the flow charts and the videos or the pictures. So if everything is there, every, the knowledge is there, it is retained, even if a person leaves, and this is very, very common in many industries, where if a person leaves, you have to start from zero, because nothing was written down there. Then another very important fact is, you may be seeing doing any audits. Uh, they audit systems, they don't audit individuals. And when you audit systems, you need to have audit team, and you need to audit your SOPs also. And then you need to see that if somebody is auditing you, you will be easily sailing through, very easily, because your procedures are effective. So everybody knows about everything. So so much it helps in the auditing part. Uh, Another part is consistency. This is a very important point in ISO 9000 or 9001 or quality management system, where consistency is very important. Where it's not like, the customers, they get something, they're happy with it, they come to you and then they get dejected. No, you have to retain your customers. In today's world, the challenge is not only to receive, but to retain them. So your business continuity is ensured, sustainability is managed. So what you need to do is ensure consistency. And if you have a proper SOP written down, consistency is just a next step or next door, easily going through it. So then there is very important, when we work as a team, we will have efficiency. Means everybody will know what they are doing and how they are doing, and they will find even ways how to improve further. It's a cycle actually. Plan, do, check, act with continual improvement. Improvement will come, efficiency will follow if you have a good SOP. Then there will be, like, the very important factor in health and safety, we call it, like the safety risks which are there, it is reduced a lot, because you're not taking the first step by leaving to chance. No, it's not about you get it or do it or not get it. No, everybody is becoming so and so strategy competent. Then when you are competent, the chances of errors are reduced, accidents are reduced, and things get standardized. Uh, One more thing very important, which is really dreaded usually, is compliance, where the SOP will ensure that everybody knows what is the legal requirement. It should be written down within the procedure. What are the legal requirements? What are the regulatory requirements or industry best standards? Or you can avoid penalties, or you can avoid some losses or issues or challenges which you feel. So if you have a good SOP written with the compliance issue, it will definitely help. Uh, like it improves the optimization of the processes. By when you do a thing continuously, you only move further or you remain there. But to go down is very rare if it is a effective system. Housekeeping should be part of an SOP. Generally, people just think they have to do it, and unless they have a culture, a total team force working in a common synchronized manner, they will think this is not my job, or I did it, it's over. They don't finish. You don't finish the job till you finish with the SOP or the housekeeping part of it, and you finish the work totally. So the end part is the housekeeping part, to finish the work or task and activity, and then what the one very, very good benefit, and I put it at the end, is that if you have an SOP, any new coming member, or onboarding or training of uh, members becomes very easy. They, like, it's not like somewhere in this today's, if you have noticed, I don't know, I've seen in this world, with my experience, people hide things out. They don't want to share it within colleagues. That gives them some importance, and they want to be that way, and the moment that person goes, everything goes with that person. So if you have a good SOP, you can train a new member, and immediately he can be onboarded, and he can do as per the same expectation what is written now. He can ask questions, and he can be trained to know what he's supposed to do, and you will get the best results. So these are really good touching things. If you really know what are the benefits of all these points, you will see from year to year, you will be trying to get a proper SOP. Now, there is always, I've found something, something called, it's in my past experiences, I found there is always resistance. This is nothing new to HSC, because HSC, like, I don't think everybody loves HSC. Nobody wants to be corrected. But there are ways to do it, and we know how HSC has to manage to come up with, teaming up with the team and trying to improve them. So there will be challenges of writing an SOP, as any new things are not easily acceptable. But when you are resisting to change, some of the things will be like, reluctant to adopt or write procedures, especially if it is used in if the people are used to an informal or flexible methods. Who would like to, be dictated or told, or want to be in a particular consistent manner? No, they say, even if I do error, nobody knows. Let it be. I would love to work in an informal way, or I would love to have, yeah, flexibility is really good, as long as it is bringing out more efficiency or effectiveness and all. But informal way is where it is again leaving to unpredictable, or leaving to chance and all. Then sometimes, to write a proper SOP, there is a lack of clarity. Sometimes the persons in charge, I tell you, this is for the persons in charge. The SOP should be written by it is the accountability or responsibility of the department head, because you are managing a function. We call department, other name is function. You should be a manager of the function, so you should know your processes, at the back of your hand. You should know clarity on this. And if there is some confusion, you are the first person who can resolve it at the best way. So clarity, lack of clarity is a challenge usually to write an effective thing. Confusing, or there will be sometime leading to mistakes or inconsistency, and all these are factors where you will come to know that you will be required to work with the team to see that you get the best results. I will say, I will be very bold here. Even the manager is a human being, and it is possible that he doesn't know anything. So the best thing is that he should work as a team, and we must get the best from the team, because even the team, as I told you before, everybody is not good at everything. Yes, he's good at many things. That's why he's a manager, but being good at everything is not humanly possible. So you need to have the teamwork down to get you to work to make that SOP better. So that's why I will encourage SOP to be read by the department manager, but to use the services of experts or experienced members, because they also know something, they bring something to the system. So new and with lack of experience will become a big challenge to write a SOP, because if you are new, first of all, and if you don't have the experience, you cannot write an SOP. You will avoid it. You will try to resist it, because uh, as I told you before, it's about say what you do and do what you say. And if you don't know what to do, how you can say what to do? How can you write a procedure? So it is with a very big challenge over here, lack of experience, or not competent, or not. Another word, not competent, is still more challenging. At times, sometimes due to influential factors or some other factors, I won't mention those things, but it is organization to organizations. Uh, in my around 34 years experience, there are different types, different situations, different industries, different challenges. I know. If there is a not a competent person, then it's really difficult to get in the word competent. Yes, experience is the important thing, apart from knowledge and ability and the training required. So training, this type of training will help everybody who is even new will understand something of how to use his knowledge, at least to put it into writing an SOP. If you don't know the process, they might struggle to understand and even write, because it's all about writing procedure. Fear might lead to inefficiency and frustration also. This thing puts the resistance, the fear itself. Then sometimes it is a very genuine problem. There is also a very time constraint. The manager or the team are overloaded, and they don't have the time to develop a procedure or review a procedure, or put into practice a procedure. But you will understand, if you understand the benefits, you will have to make time, because this is a usually the first time only it is a little bigger job. After that, review becomes easy, because everybody knows then exactly what is happening, how to happen, what to happen. So there can be sometimes, you need to change in business world to write procedures. Their priorities change. Sometimes you need to switch over to because of priority, and then you might not give so much importance to writing a procedure. Keeping the procedure up to date is also very important, because things change, legal requirements come in, so you need to change yourself accordingly. If there are some new machineries or new equipments or new methods or new technology or new way of the world is now so dynamic, it's changing. You need to adapt to those things, so you need to update your procedure to suit in different situations. So there can be one very important thing over here. Nothing can work if it doesn't come from top management. Very, very, very clear that it's all about culture. To develop culture, without the top management support, you cannot establish a culture. It should come with directives from the top, and even enforcement if required. so that it will move in that direction to get it. There must be people accountable to write the procedures, to ensure that it is effective. Accountability means, I mean to say, the department heads, uh, others are responsible, but there must be one person who will be authorized to say that, you are accountable for doing the job for this. Then sometimes there will be lack of communication in understanding the purpose and the benefits of an SOP, may view them as unnecessary and burdensome. This is like, you will always find different type of people. So these are the one of the points also that comes around, how people might, uh, they do not get the right communication, and they do not work or communicate in the right way. So that, communication is so very important. And to get a proper SOP, if they understand the benefits of an SOP, then definitely there will be one direction, one goal, one mission, one target. So this is about the challenges of an SOP, writing an SOP. uh, let's start with uh, now the purpose of why you need to write. The purpose of writing an SOP, let me start with the definition. An SOP is a set of written instruction, or in quotes, say what you do, or guidelines that outline the steps necessary to carry out any task, a specific task or process within an organization. So first of all, you must divide it into processes. Like you can call it departments. So each department manager is responsible for writing the instructions to get his job done in a particular way for his team members. And then it's a very good practice to have auditing system where a third eye comes into it. It keeps a check also. This is a very good check balance on it. And a third eye comes in and says, this could have been avoided, or this could have been done. So auditing goes with this. So you all know about like the auditing time, the SOP is very much required with the inclusion of forms and check sheets and records. To improve the SOP's main purpose is to improve the overall performance, not individual performance. It's teamwork for the department and for the organization. Provide a sound basis for sustainable development. Sustainable means where there is not only the team or not only the department, but you will see as we go through next slides, it is, all the departments are interconnected for one mission and goal of the organization. So if one department is lacking, it puts pressure on the other departments. So you need to work with all the departments working together, synchronized and working and interconnected, integrated and interdependent with each other, and then they can give the best results. So this is very important to improve the overall performance. All functions, all procedures, all SOPs, all departments should work together. The ability to, this will, one more purpose is the ability to constantly provide food and so products and services. So there are different products, organizations that produce something, or there are organizations like suppose Karama, it serves, gives, or Karwa gives services. And there may be some manufacturing organization that gives product. There may be some construction industry that provides, some product. They don't manufacture, but they build a product. Means they do something, but they even their services included in that. So you can have a combination of product, service, or combination of both. But you need to have something called consistency. There are structures. That's why in the word there are standards. There are international standards which are recognized and good to adopt and good to follow. Delivering in which will deliver intended outcome. If you don't have a procedure, you will take for chances, and it will not be uh, going towards intended outcome. It may be better also, but not necessarily consistent. It may be a lot to chances. You will be looking at meeting customer and applicable legal requirements. So customer requirements, yes, like if you have each project that you do, you have a customer requirement and expectation, and then with the procedure how to go about to achieve and attain what you want to do. it the very important thing is you will find that there are proper roles and responsibilities to be included in SOP. And if you have those responsibilities, there will be opportunities where people will open up, communicate, escalate, and discuss and minute it down, have meetings, discussions, and then you will have opportunities to even improve customer satisfaction or improve efficiency. You will be looking at every opportunity to address risk and even see for opportunities. Ability to demonstrate conformity. ISO standard, those who are going for certification, it will be conforming to ISO standards also if you have a good, effective SOP system, and there will be uniformity in the structure. If you have a proper SOP, the structure of the SOP will be the same, and everybody will see it with the same concept, with the same idea, with the same training and understanding. So there'll be a standard method, and there will be, the use of some terminology also will be understood. Otherwise, I've seen there may be misunderstanding in what word you use and what the other person understands. So proper structuring of an SOP helps all this. One of the structure, the common structure that I've tried to do, first of all, we need to look at, the to make a proper structure, we need some basic documents like the organization chart. Then you should have a procedure which is like control of documents and records procedure to understand the format, what you want and how you want. So this is also an ISO requirement. For the organization chart, they call it roles, responsibilities, and authorities. And you must have the document should be, kept at one place so that everybody can access it, retrieve it, and use it, and, standardize the system. So there must be first a master list of documents with us. So these are the ISO requirements, and with this you can do a proper structure. Generally, a good structure would look like you must have a header and footer where you can put the organization name, the document number, some logo, some when you will review it. Usually it is annual, or you can review it at the next year, when it was issued, and the next review date, page numbers, and version number, or revision number or something. So you can have this in your header and footer and the first page. Then you can have even the title of the procedure. Usually there is a title of a procedure where you have to give it a name, and it should be properly named. With the name, you must be able to understand. So there should be, you must use some keywords. Then there must be a proper structure, approval structure. The general four structures are the author or the one who drafted the procedure. Then there must be some reviewer, some expert, or some third eye to just see. Then there may be some person who is going to look at the management approval system, or we can call it even the verification by a document person. Then you can have the top manager of the organization finally approving the system. Uh, you can have revision history every year when you are reviewing. You can even check for the history of when was it done, changed, revised, and what was the reason for it, and then finally comes the table of contents of the procedure, which are broadly into 7 parts: purpose, scope, reference, abbreviation, rules, procedure, and appendix. We deep dive into all this. So when we say header and footer, you can put a company logo, a document number, revision number, effective date, review date. You on the footer you can put page number or even the document number. Each one you can put it the way you want. There is no standard method used, but what is only important is how you put, where you put it, because even ISO doesn't say what to do. Means where to keep it, rather, in the layout. Layout is totally an organizational decision, but what should be put is actually very clear. There are reasons why we put all these things, like the document title number, or the sometimes you can put caution also. People put good SOPs have this thing, no, not permission to print or copy out without consent. This is a sample procedure where you have some logo, you will have some number, you will have some, purpose, you have a title, you have document number, revision number, what is the quality is reviewed by so and so. There is the one who drafted it, author. So there, this is all the same things. Among the approval box, the four signatures usually prepared by or drafted by, reviewed by, verification by. A document controller role is just to ensure that is it standard? Are you using the same fonts, same layout, same thing? So it has to undergo a check of the verification of that, and of course for final approval by the topmost person in the bank. You can, in order to change, whenever you want to change abnormal a procedure, it cannot be done by anybody and anywhere, anytime, anyhow. Yes, when you need it, it can be done, but there is a way to do it. What you need to do is request. You can make a form which is for a request change, and you can tell what is the issue, what. But most important is nature of amendment. Why it is advantageous to use a different or revise the procedure. So this should be captured within your procedure. That you can have a change request form. Then you can have a structure. You can decide it that you can have like 2 as scope, 3 as responsibilities, then 3.1, 3.11, 3.12, 13, 14, then 3.2 audit team, 3.21. It's the way you want, bullet form, how you want. This structure is again your way of doing it. Your organization decides it. Then what you need to do is also look at the department should look at these procedures are usually departmental or function wise or activity wise. So you look at all the inputs, you look at all the activities that are going to be done, and you look at the output and how you're going to go through. So this is a general way of approach, process approach method of doing it. There are many inter-departments that needs to work together. There is a check and balance, and when the SOP works with all the departments, it is very good to go. So some of the departments I've listed here. If all the departments do their job very well, imagine the outcome. It is going to be fabulous. So sales and marketing, design, procurement, storage, transportation, production, assembly, packaging, dispatch, use, repair, and maintenance and disposal. So you can have many, or you can have 2, 3 functions put it under one department. Each organization can do whatever how they are suiting to their own organization, but we need to ensure all the factors are part of it. This is important. All stakeholders, we call it, or interested parties in ISO language, we call it, they must be synchronized into it. They must be involved in developing a procedure. It's not only one department that makes a procedure. So how do you make a format first? You need to decide a format. So to decide a format, first create a template. Maybe you want to use it a Word format, some common name you want to give, or some media you want to do. Then define the SOP format in the template. You can use either a checklist form. Even ISO is recognizing a checklist as long as you have the flow of it, and as long as everybody understands it and it gives the intended outcome. So there is no fixed rule that you need to have a perfectly written procedure where it should be in a proper written format only. Yes, you can use writing with some flowchart method or some video method. So it need not be written, but as long as it is communicated. What is the purpose of writing? Is to communicate. You can have a video made and the video is communicated in an audio form, and that's also good enough. It need not be only written. So ISO is saying that you can have a video, you can have a audio, you can have a flow chart, but only you need to look at whether your step-by-step narratives are put in proper way. And when there are more complexities or more people involved in this, where stakeholders are there, then you have separate small procedures also. One main procedure with some smaller interconnected documented procedure numbers you can give in that. So you can say when you reach here, when using scaffolding, you use scaffolding procedure so and so. You don't need to write the whole scaffolding thing within this. Because that same procedure can be used many other places. So what you need to do is address the name of the procedure with the document number at this location where you can put it. The table of contents, you need to put what are the elements you want. So I've selected 7 main ones, which are always standard there normally. Finalize the style and the structure. You can put the font and the style the way you want, and then communicate and train everybody. Today you will see one link down there. 48 best standard. This I'm not promoting that thing, but there are many more like that. So you can just check into those things. You'll find ample different templates. My aim is not saying that you follow one standard format. I'm trying to put many things to make it the best way, but you can decide what is best for your organization. As long as everybody within your team, your department, and all of the other departments and the organization, it benefits the organization to get the intended result, you're happy to go. So this is the way we need to work to get the mission of the organization. So you can have an SOP font, you can use caliber or title, size, so and so, header for headers, right side boxes, subheading, title, whatever. You can use for some forms within the SOP. You don't introduce the forms there, means write it down inside that only. Only give a reference number of a form and let it be outside the SOP. So you should have standard forms also, check sheets also. So it can be different, like the Times Roman or header, footer. You can put your own there. You can put colors also, green, or you can use stamps, red color stamp, not for use or only to be used, or it is only draft. Or you can put a watermark also saying that this is to be not for use, or it is not. There are different ways of how you can do. These are not this is only the techniques to make it more effective. It's not the procedure by itself, but it supports a lot. So you should consider, like ISO 9000 calls it, you should have the distribution, access, retrieval, use, storage, preservation, legibility, control of changes, version, and retention and disposition. So you can have a department codes are formatted as follows, like the company name, then some 3x, 3x, 3x. So you can say ABC company, HSC department, SOP is a procedure with the procedure number 012 for it is like a for HSC department, SOP for security, which comes under HSC. So you can write down, HSC department forms also can be there. So forms are different. So you, instead of changing this SOP, you can use the word form. And when you say form, FR, you can then say it's ABC company with HSC department with form number so and so, dealing with training attendance sheet. So the title name should be given and the document unique identification number should be given. So if you represent it, put it, the first is a company name, second is a department name, third can be the type of document, is it a form or is it a SOP, and the serial number of that thing. And this serial number should be copied into the master list where you have everything within the master list. Distributions, when you need to consider, you need to consider how the right people receive it. If they receive the latest version, the revised version, it should be with the document. Usually, it should be with the document controller, one important thing, the first and foremost. Then it should be always, it will be with the head of the approving the person. So the person signs, he has that procedure definitely. So the approver has it, the main owner or main organizer. The document controller has it, and without fail, the department has it because it is their procedure. So these three are there within the department. Then there can be auditors who is having it, and actually, what needs to be done is the entire department should have that, because every person who is using that forms must have those forms with them. It should not be, kept in some cupboard or locked or not accessible, So the form should be there. That we need not have everybody getting all the forms. So it is the distribution has to decide who should get what forms. Right people receive the right forms, Access authorized only people can. Sometimes some people, if it is in digital form, only to view, not to, or only to use, not to make changes, or permissions. Then you should decide the roles and responsibilities. You can secure the documents with some password restriction, modification. You must give them ease of access, the ones who has to use it, because it doesn't make sense if they are using their own forms. Then everything is, going as per each one's individual minds. Their minds are not common, their minds are not synchronized, their minds are not for a proper goal, a mission and target of the organization. So much so important this is to get everything access to every right people. Retrievable means usually, this is what I found very good. Uh, if you are having all this done in the right way, retrieval, in auditing, it helps you a lot. Ability to locate, to retrieve promptly, immediately, use it properly, effectively, and they understand they should be trained on this also. So organizing documents in some number, some order, some structure, some the best way is that we use it in an ISO clause wise. You can put it so how you put it, or alphabetical order you can put, or activity wise you can put it. So there are different ways. Each organization should know how they are filing it and how they can retrieve it and how easy everybody can understand it. It should be quick to get. Then the next step I would talk about is the how do you do the best practice to do. Sometimes people do it thinking everybody knows everything. Oh, I know everyone more than anybody. This is actually a false narrative. It should be with the taking the strength of everybody, leaving the weakness of everybody out, and getting the best out of everyone. So involve a team relevant to it. Can be internal, it can be external. We in ISO we call it interested parties. So you should have interested parties getting involved in that. Mostly we cannot exclude the end users, or the creators or the customers who are actually you are doing this for everything. So you must try to include the purpose. One of the important things for internal stakeholders is organization chart. So when I say organization chart, because if there is no post there, if there is no person there working like that, and you use that title or use that name, it doesn't make sense. It is nonsense. Means basically you need to include everyone in the right places. So sorry. So what you need to do is involve a team relevant to the internal and external stakeholders, interested parties, and everything. You must look at the interaction, integrated interdependencies. You need to look at how you will govern it and keep practicality in mind. You need to even look at the methods and the techniques you need to do. You need to research. In today's world, it is good to research, and you can use AI, but it is dangerous also because AI gives you generic view. It may not suit your organization. So you need to look at you can take help. It's good to take help, but don't follow blindly AI. You need to see research on what is suitable for your organization. You need to observe what you are doing existingly, because existing practice is also there, and how you capture it and document it. So observing is important, research is important. Using one of your expert within your team member will also help and all. So you need to do those things, gather or research, consult experts, interview some experienced person, observe, outline, make it into chunks, steps, bring them into a sequential order, step by step, and then draft a small first initial draft SOP. Try to read it and proofread it to see whether it interpretation is proper. Test the SOP, check it out with an experienced person and a new person, whether they can understand it and they are understanding it in the right context. Then are you getting the intended results with this? You can have a trial period. You can say 3 months or 6 months. This is a trial period. Then there is the after the trial period, you can review and get it approved by formally or taking signatures and comments and feedbacks that everybody is okay with this and it's good to go. Finally, once you have everything, only if required you can train, because actually when you are involving, if you have involved everybody, then this thing is already done. You can just give awareness. But if it is not done, then you need to distribute and train everybody to set out the expectations through the presentation, demonstrations, hand-on experience. Then you can look at communicating it to everybody, all the stakeholders, and seeing that it is adopted after the trial period. Then you can look at the next period when it is going to be reviewed, normally 1 year, or monitor it in the middle if you require to update it based on some changes. You must give access to people, as I just informed you, who should get access and all, and you can be audited also. These are some of the words that needs to be used, which can be used. Table of content, I will say first purpose, it should just give you the right information. The title, you should be telling the brief explanation of the intent, mission standard, what is expected or recognized, what it covers. Scope is basically means what is within it, to whom it is, what it is expecting, what is included. This is the very important part in the scope. What is included and what is not included, or what is the content or expectation, and who is and who is not in the scope. So this should be covered in that. References, usually you can have many. If you are using a standard SOP, it is with reference to something. One of the things that cannot be excluded is legal requirements. So you need to review your legal requirements, ISO standards, guidelines, policy. There may be other policies, other department policies which are interconnected. So you need to say which of the references documents you are referring to, which needs to be referred to, and it is taken into consideration while writing this document. Sometimes you need to use the manuals, manufacturer's manuals, or sometimes some external original documents like safety data sheet or something like that. So you need to look at references also. Abbreviations is just simple, some acronyms and some definitions which will tell out a clear meaning of any words used which are not generic in nature. This is very important. This you should start with an organization chart for the internal responsibilities. So internal responsibilities, you start from top to down, the department manager to the lowest worker, how it is and who should do. Accountables, you should look at who can be changed. It should be written in this that it can be only changed by the head of the department, not by everybody. And interacted processes like any other supporting department procedures, what is their role within the procedure? The HR, the IT, the procurement, the legal, the marketing, the HSC, or any other which is interconnected to this. Then create multiple. If you require, don't make the SOP very lengthy. You can refer to some cross references to other smaller procedures. You should start with top management and go down to the lowest person down the way. Then there is clause number 8 of ISO talks about operational control. You need to control those things. How do you control? You must have the process approach, the inputs, the outputs you should consider. You should look at criteria, very important, document control criteria. You should look at your own policy procedure, legal requirements. You have to look at, when you are assigning responsibilities, you need to look at competencies also. What are the competencies for that procedure and for that person. You need to train them up, upskill them if required. Then you need to might have to give them some tools or resources or some uh, infrastructure or some things which help them to do the procedure or the activity better. You can have a lot of even, look out even from the start till the post delivery, look at different materials that are required to be given. You may have to look at preservations of the not only the product, maybe even the records or even everything that needs to be there, the guarantee technology. Then you may have to look at, you must write what equipments you are going to use, because otherwise you must not leave it to chance. So suddenly equipment is changed, the problem comes. So what equipment you are using? Is it calibrated? Is it maintained? Is it there a list of equipments? Is there a inspection sheet, pre-inspection sheet, which you are going to use? Then any manuals or any third-party certification required. You can address this, train the person, onboarding person, and he will be good to go. You can look at environmental issues, which related to social, psychological, physical. Now, this varies from site to site. So if you have a check sheet, you can cover that. Housekeeping is very important. Risk management or health and safety, a lot of factors are to be inputted. What are the signages you are using? What are the warnings what to be included? How to use, different procedures and emergencies. Then you'll be looking at communications and visual aids, transportations, and proofread it. Uh, you may have to do monitoring, inspections, reporting, measurements, validation. You must have internal audits. This is the end of writing a procedure to see that it's done the way it is to be done. Sometimes it's written and kept. Meetings should be there to review and maintenance. And then you should manage your contractors also. That's a separate topic altogether. And the final topic is appendices. So appendices are the things that you need to use, which are connected to this procedure. You can add all the forms, checklists, work instructions, flow charts, maps. You should end with a flow chart to explain easily the flow of the full procedure. Tables, pictures, videos, figures. So if you see a proper flow chart, flow diagram, it should show how it should be completing the procedure. And with this, I would say thank you very much for listening. Uh, any questions? I'm open to answer them. I hope you all enjoyed it also. Thank you. Leo, are you there?
Yeah. I think there's one question here from Jose Melberto of France. Who is the best responsible person in the organization to maintain or control company procedures or SOP? Who is the responsible person?
Responsible person to maintain. Yeah. If I got the word right, when you say maintain, in ISO language we call it, check and act. So to draft is different and maintain is different. Establish is different and maintain is different. When I say maintain, I mean to say that who can check and who can act to keep it fit for purpose. We call it that way. It is the department head. He's the actually he's entrusted by the approver, right? So the approver is the organization head, and then comes the departments. So the department of the process owner, there is another word which is called process owner. So the process owner is the best person to maintain. I hope it's clearly understood.
That's the only question other than the question about the CPD, and that question has been addressed by Julie already. But I would suggest that those who are maintaining their CPD scheme, you document your attendance, and that's part of your ongoing process if you are to later on submit CPD, and of course the learnings that you can get from the monthly CPD presentation at WRSM. That's all of the questions raised. And thank you so much, Mr. Chairman, for that interesting presentation about standard operating procedures. And of course, as usual, you always say, if you have, if you are to explore further about the topic, uh, let me see. There's another one question here that was popped out. Okay. Yeah, this about the recording. Yeah, the recording will be, you will be able to view, if you are an active member, you'll be able to view the recording because it will be posted on the WRSM website. Yep. So if you're maintaining CPD, I would suggest that you keep track of your attendance here, and it's not only about that, but also the learnings that we can take from here and we can apply. And let me suggest that if any one of you is interested also to share any topic related to risk and safety management, then let us know. We have our WhatsApp group, or you can contact any of us, and we will have you with us as in the next scheduled monthly meeting and CPD presentation. So thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. That's it. And thank you, everyone, for attending. And we hope to see you in the next coming meetings. Hope to have you again, and hope that you'll also invite friends to attend the CPD. Thank you. Thank you, Julie. Have a good evening. Mr. Chair, do you have any last words before we part?
No, thank you very much for everybody for listening. Within the time constraint, within 1 hour, we need to do a lot of, there is lots more to this, but I needed to actually compress it so that you get an outlook of it. Definitely, if you need any help, I can make myself available for any fine tuning or one or two explanation if you want further. Fine.
Thank you. And to the new committee members, welcome on board, and all the best to all of you. Have a good evening, and Ramadan Kareem, and in advance, Eid Mubarak. Thank you, and be safe
Happy Eid to
always. Thank
everybody.
you, Julie.
Yeah.